Start recording again. Bring YouTube back into this. Part 2 of the Big-Fish-A-Thon. What do I want to go for next? I can try and one and done frilled shark in the shark graveyard. What does that need? Needs a lugworm. So last time I got frilled shark, it was a one and done. Let's see if I can repeat that. Airport. Isles of Umber. There's 3 minutes left on the window, so this really isn't a smart play. You want ship graveyard, which is right here. Okay. Land, bait, fish. Okay, confirm that is the right place. Now we hit the actual button we need, which is patience. So frilled shark is a really long mooch chain. So we want goby into wahoo, into giant squid, into frilled shark. Now, unfortunately, giant squid has two options. And we really only have one shot at this because it closes in a minute and the setup is way too long to do again. Okay, there's giant squid. Throw giant squid back out. And it's either going to be Megalodon or it's going to be frilled shark. It only has two options. And it's a waiting game for both of them. Okay, we caught whatever it is. Frilled shark continuing to be one and done. It's another 10 minutes off the timer. Well, fuck. Crafting log. I can't use that, which is my downgrade, so this one. Hey, how long until the Namitaro window? 14 minutes? Okay, craft quickly. Acacia lumber, I don't have. Cobalt tungsten, I do have. Dark mahogany, I don't have. Okay, cool. So I just need to be carpenter. Okay, I have that. And I have that. Cool. We just need to go back to Ul'dah. This is me trying to sneak achievements in. Anyone remember how much acacia lumber and how much acacia lumber was per log? So I need 10 and I need 5. And I need 1 cobalt tungsten, which is probably on a different retainer. 5, 10. If it's not on this retainer, then it's over here. Yeah, there it is. You can hold the dive credits. I haven't tried these macros with this gear set. They might not actually work. Oh, if I get Nami Taro, that's 2 big fish. Because the intuition fish for Nami Taro is classified as a big fish. Nice. That's 20 minutes off the clock. Also, with that being my 4th big fish, we are officially ahead of what chat has added. Chat added 37 minutes to the timer. And we have removed 40. Ow. Just punched my microphone with my drink. Okay, we now have a new fishing rod, which is unfortunate because now we've just lost the buffs from our old fishing rod. Okay. Remove from favorites. If we do a quick item compare, I have better stats. I have 9 less GP, which isn't going to hurt in the long run. But the stats legitimately don't matter, which is why I put that as a reward. Losing the lodestone bonus really hurts, though. Namitaro is in 8 minutes. I could prep for Namitaro. Or I could try... Let's try blitzing out a... Sinking Minnow, Nim River, Middle Lenosia. I do not have a lot of Sinking Minnows. And they are a crafted one. Okay, so we have to catch every fish so we don't lose our Sinking Minnows. That is not what we want. Do 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 do. And I'm going to the Nim River. Hey, this is where we started the day. The crystal perch, the first big fish we caught, was at those waterfalls. Okay, this is unfortunately a we just need to catch every fish. I don't have the bait to play the game of let things go. Yeah, their salamander model has about 1 million different names. Eft, Swamp Puppy. Those are the main ones. But it's just a salamander at the end of the day. This is where the chump macro would be useful. Because I'm already wasting time catching every single fish. Speaking of, we may be done here. Hi, Perch. Hey, anything I can try to mad dash? Dawn Maiden at the latrines with a fly. 10 jumping jacks. Okay, give me a second. I have a small brain. I don't see the bait. Not safe to do it by the microphone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The problem is most of these aren't safe to do by my desk, so not only do I have to stop what I'm doing, I have to walk away from my desk. Okay, I have 1 minute to catch this fish. It's not worth it. What does Namitaro need? I need glowworm and I need topwater frog. We're gonna set up for Namitaro. Glowworm and frog. And that is in Quarry Mill, Earth's Gift. Yeah, I'm just gonna ask that you don't hit the versatile lure until after this window. Because Namitaro is a bitch. Even with everything correct, Namitaro is a 1 minute buff? Yeah, you have 60 seconds to catch Namitaro. Yeah, putting it after... Well, I have to say this because the fish before Namitaro is also a big fish. Alamegan fighting fish. Yeah, we're gonna circle slap that. Go back into the pond, Beta. Yeah, Namitaro is catch big fish to trigger intuition window to change your bait to catch second big fish. It's, I think, the most complicated Realm Reborn fish. Yeah, switching bait becomes pretty commonplace in later expansions, but in a Realm Reborn, this is the only intuition bait switch. This is also the only big fish intuition. Which again becomes commonplace in further expansions, like some of the most infamous fish, the Ruby Dragon and the Lancet fish, are big fish intuitions. Well, Ruby Dragon is a big fish mooch, which is even worse. Okay, 60 seconds. I think I'm going to go for the Gigant Shark after this, or Drowned Sniper. Just because they have such long windows, they have such low catch rates. So, something that I could A, sit there for an hour and never see, or I could just play slip with it for an hour and not take off any time. Instead of going for big fish that have a higher probability of catch. Not saying Nepto has a high probability of catch. Okay, the window is technically open, but the weather is wrong. So we're waiting for about 8:04 a.m. Eorzean time. Weather is now correct. Throw out the line. I could have procced a chum the entire time I was waiting and refilled my MGP. I was gonna be like, oh, is this gonna be on the first fish? I've been talking about how Namitaro sucks. Are we gonna do this 1-2? I also could have used that 4-minute window to build up Angler's Art so I could have more opportunities to spam chum, but these are not things I think about. Okay, here comes the bait switch, because there is giant Takitaro. And now I switch over to Topwater Frog, and we have 60 seconds to catch Namitaro. First fish we catch gets surface slapped. "30 seconds on Namitaro. Last chance on Namitaro. And we slipped Namitaro. Okay, back to Glowworm. Our surface slap is still in effect. Let us confirm. Giant Takitaro is considered a big fish. He has the green markings on him. So, we take 10 minutes off for Giant Takitaro. If I catch another one, that's not another 10 minutes. Yes, I did joke earlier that I did not say unique big fish, but I will only take off 10 minutes for the first time I catch a big fish. So if someone came in and donated $10, tipped $10, or did a tier 2 sub, or did a 3-pack, I would take, Giant Takitaro, which is not a fish you check off because it's attached to Namitaro, but I would uncheck that fish. That's something that needs to be caught. Honestly, I probably wouldn't even do that. I would probably go uncheck Frilled Shark. I would just leave Namitaro as it is. Yeah, the mean play would be if I get Nepto Dragon or Namitaro to do $10 to make me redo it, because they are awful. And while I made it look easy on the first round, as far as big fishing is concerned, instantly dropping into the Namitaro window was like within 5 casts. We're gonna call that instant. This is anything but. If we get rated in, and we have some people here, we'll start doing gambles on big fish, but with it just being you and Cass here right now, gambling on big fish is not worth it. But if the raiders come in, be like, hey, if you follow, you get 300 points. We are running predictions. You get more points. Points can be used for channel reward redemptions as punishments. They all have a 20-minute timer on them. Except for Hello. You get 1 Hello a stream. And if you want to spend 100 of your 300 points on a Hello and 200 on a reward, you're at 0 and you can't bet anymore. That was also the point logic of you gain 5 points every 10 minutes. But if you're subbed, you would get 10 points every 10 minutes, plus the 300 for following. So you'd be able to use like a redeem an hour, or you can gamble and then use those for redeems. Create a kind of feedback loop. There is a display widget for binary option bids that I thought about tracking down. But I decided against it at the last minute. I might track it down anyway for... God, we've been here for 3 hours. I might track it down anyway for Ironmon. Oh, by the way, Ironmon will be taking the place of Dark Souls 2. I know I talked about doing Black Ops 6 camo skin grinding. I waited too long. It's no longer relevant. Who cares? I thought about doing Final Fantasy XIV achievement hunting. But I think Ironmon is the right level of you just hate yourself to fill the slot of the Dark Souls 2 genocide run. I'm gonna go through Standard, Ultimate, Kaizo, Super. How long will that take? I don't know, 5 years? Hey, a fate is discovered nearby. But for Standard and Ultimate, I'm just gonna use one Mon. I'm not gonna use a team. Because that's how it is in Kaizo. So for me, it would just be every difficulty, I'm getting less experience. Let me open up over here. So I'm going to drop the Ironmon rules in chat. Minimize. Just throw that out there. The current community PB for Super is somewhere in the Elite Four. It has not been done. The rules for Super just changed about a week ago, making it technically easier. If you find a smoke ball, if you find a smoke ball, you can hold it to make scouting easier. That applies to every level of Ironmon, not just Super. But Super took Subpar's rule of you can pick up the 3 TMs in the Safari Zone, and you can use one of them on your Safari Mon pivot. So you have 3 potentials at a viable move on your Safari Mon pivot, making it stronger than having to gamble on just The one guy I watched the best. I think of the big super runners, Pi is probably got the worst PB at Koga's gym, which is the gym after Safari Zone. I think Salty Dolphin has the Elite Four PB. I did switch back to Glowworm, right? I did. I only have 30 left. That's not good. I may have to abandon this and go buy bait and come back. But to start with, we're just going to deal with all levels are increased by 50%. I can catch or kill one Mon per route. No shopping, random starter, no legendaries, unless I put a legendary as one of my 3 favorites, which I haven't. My 3 favorites are not good Mons. My 3 favorites are Mons that I like. So my 3 favorites currently is Cloyster, Trapinch, and Spheal. Cloyster's a good Mon. Cloyster's got good BTST. BST. No, Diglett just sucks. I love Diglett, and Diglett is decent in TCG, but in actual Pokemon games, Diglett is a trash Mon. Okay, we're back into a Namitaro window. I actually got a Cloyster in my starting Mons once, and I decided against it because the random choice was just better. I didn't get out of the lab, but the random choice Mon was simply better. I forgot to hit Chum. I wasted so much time on that. Second slip on Namitaro. Did not get it out in time. The intuition window ran out. I was like, don't send me right back in because you are taking a long time to find a fish. Window is still open. There's still 8 minutes left on this window. Let's get up to 300 GP before we start chumming again, so that when we switch for Namitaro, we can just go straight into surface slapping. 400 GP would be better. Yeah, let's save up for 400 GP. So that when I chum here, I drop down to 300, and I can go straight into chum surface slap. Hey, I slipped Takitaro. That was cool. Nice 33 seconds waste of time right there. The only banned items in standard Ironmon is Lucky Egg and Sacred Ash. You can't steal from Wild Mon. And then you get 1 killer route, and if you find a Shiny Mon, that doesn't count for your 1 killer route. So Shiny Mon are just free XP. But you can't play with the shiny odds in the randomizer. Also, the last 2 rules for Ironmon are great. You may not reset before the first battle if you don't like the starter. You might be surprised for how far you can get with a terrible looking starter. And then you have to talk to your mom when you start the journey, otherwise that's just rude. Don't give up without a fight and don't be rude are the official rule names. Yeah, I did a bunch of runs unpatched, and then I put the patch on just to see what the time save is. And honestly, the several thousand seed difference between Pi and the other big super runners almost entirely comes down to how long it takes to get a run started unpatched versus patched. Even if they're playing on the exact same skill level, Pi is spending twice as long to start a run. Three minutes left. The first time I caught Namitaro, it was at the end of the 1 minute intuition, at the end of its 20-minute window. So it was pure fish love cinema. Let's see if we can repeat that. Again, we want to stay above 300 GP so we can immediately drop into surface slap chum. Staying above 400 GP would actually be better. Yeah. Chum, surface slap, chum. It's 400 GP. There's 2 minutes left on the Takitaro window. We have a 66 catch rate on Takitaro right now, with 2 catches and 1 slip. We've had 2 slips on Namitaro. We've had, what, 3 slips on Nepto Dragon? I legitimately check the fish tracker every time I hit cast. Because we're in the final 2 minutes of this window, and even though I have a counter on screen, I don't trust it. And I have to look over to make sure I'm still in the window. I think the next fish after Namitaro is... I'm going to go for Matron Carp. That was one that took me forever. Because I burned through way more of... Oh, yeah, let me mark down giant Hakitaro is caught. I know I said I wanted to go for drowned sniper or gigante shark, but I burned through way more time than I thought I was going to. Also, the PS5 is blowing hot air. I am making it work real hard sitting here fishing. Ooh, we ran out of bait. There's 17 seconds left on this window. I'm gonna take that as... Let's go shopping. Where do I buy glowworm? Glowworm can be bought from who in Gridania? Old Gridania. Okay. Old Gridania is where my fish is, so that's fine. Admiranda, I believe is how you say that person's name. Lancers Guild. I think she's at the top of the market. Zoom back out. Pin Matron Carp so it doesn't run away from me. Oh. There you are. Those were glowworms that we burned through our stash of. Chocobo saddlebag, glowworm, top frog. And I need bloodworm. Bloodworm is a delicious snack for your fish. If you are a fish owner, see if bloodworms are a snack that your fish are interested in. Whispering Gorge. Oh, it's right over here. If you own something like a beta fish, their primary foodstuffs should include bloodworms. I prefer freeze-dried, but frozen works too. I have a cichlid in my tank. I should give him some bloodworms. I think he would appreciate them. Let me put some qualifiers on there. I have a communal cichlid. Because this was a fight I would get into with customers all the time of like, if you have a cichlid tank, that's it. You have cichlids. There are other fish that can coexist with them, but for the most part, if you have cichlids, you have cichlids. Though if you have ram cichlids or clown cichlids, these are much smaller fish than your standard cichlid. They're communal cichlids. They still have their own unique temperaments and they're kind of assholes. I had two, and I thought one of the two I got was sick and died. No, just one of the two killed it, because I got a second one and it also died. But he doesn't bother my rainbows. He doesn't bother my my Danios. It's just other cichlids that he decides to brutally murder. Also, I think my two rainbows killed my third rainbow. So I thought, because of the way they appeared in the tank, I thought I'd bought one male rainbow and two female rainbows. One of the male rainbows was hiding its fins, so it appeared to be a female, and its colors were significantly worse, so it again looked like a female. And then I brought them home, and it was two males and a female, so they killed the female. So if I wanted to add more rainbows to that tank, I would either need to add only male rainbows, or I would need to add 4 female rainbows, which I don't have the space for. But my tank's basically full after I put the Danios in. I went and counted them the other day. It's a 29-gallon tank. And then I counted how many fish I had, approximately what size they are at full size, and divided that out to figure out what my tank capacity is. And I think I'm like slightly over, but I also have a giant canister filter on my tank, so slightly over is fine. If you overclock your filtration, you can have more fish waste than your tank supports. You just have to be cognizant of the actual maximum size fish to make sure that they are comfortable in your tank. And again, explaining this to customers for 3 years was a fucking nightmare. But the customers who did want to listen, bless them, I would custom order fish for them all day long. Oh, you're looking for a Bolivian clown cichlid, which is what I have. It's a ruby clown cichlid. They're beautiful fish. Sure, I'll go into my special order sheets and I will find you a ruby red clown cichlid. Because Petco doesn't use scientific names. Petco uses colloquial names, and colloquial names change based off of where you are. So, we sell brilliant rasboras. Brilliant rasboras, to basically the rest of the fish keeping hobby, are celestial pearl danios, CBDs. But you just have to know, if you're at Petco, it's a brilliant rasbora. It is not a celestial pearl danio. Thankfully, a bunch of the tags, if it's a pre-made tag with a picture of the fish and Petco's dumb name on it, it does have the scientific name of the fish. So it says brilliant rasbora, and then it says its scientific name, which is the same scientific name as celestial pearl danio. So that one is fairly easy to convey the difference to. Things that are more complicated is anything in the pleco family. Plecos are classified under an L system. It's L and then a number that tells you what species of pleco it is, what pattern of what species of pleco it is. And that is not how Petco sells them. Petco just sells them as rubber lip pleco, common sailfin pleco, common plecostomus. It's common Florida plecostomus specifically. Which doesn't help anybody. Snowball doesn't help anybody. And it really doesn't help me when I am specifically looking for a bloodfin bulldog pleco. That string of words means nothing to the rest of the fish world. That was, this is a big fish. I need to sit down. That's the matron carp. That is 10 minutes off the clock. I'm gonna do some inventory management, because bad things are about to happen to small people. Desynth the entire stack, yes please. Hey, if you rant about fish for, I don't know, that was about 15 minutes, the game lets you catch a big fish. What's another... Who do I got time? Who do I got time? Oh, let's go for Kuno the Killer. Kuno the Killer, I got time. Kuno the Killer wants Caravan, and Caravan wants Honeyworm. Oh, I can't because Caravan's not up right now. Let's go for Drowned Sniper. Snurble Fly. Chat, we're going fly fishing. Wine port. This big fish, sister absolutely hates. Its windows are like an hour long, and she just couldn't catch the damn thing. I'm hoping we get, because it's ridiculous when it happens, I'm hoping we get a first throw big fish. Because I've done it a few times where I would fly in next to my sister as she's fishing, throw out my line, catch the big fish, and leave. The best example was Ruby Dragon. Because Ruby Dragon is notoriously difficult. Showed up, caught Ruby Dragon on the first cast, and then I just walked off the wall and swam away. Normally, you announce if you've caught a fish, but doing it on the first pull is just mean. Honestly, if you call a really rare fish on the first pull, it makes it seem like you had the fish in your inventory and you just went through the motions of pretending to catch it. Especially on something like Ruby Dragon, where if you just successfully catch the mooch is also a big fish. And it mooches itself. So you could look like you've caught the correct fish and you just caught the wrong fish. But Ruby Dragon's a fun one because it sells for like 1 million gil for some reason. It's just such a notorious fish that it sells for like 1 million gil. Most big fish sell for nothing. If I wanted to make some money big fishing, I would scroll all the way down to oh, Navigator's Brand. I need to pin that. Navigator's Brand is a fish I need to catch. Pirate's Bane. Pirate's Bane is the big fish I would go for if I was trying to make some money big fishing. And honestly, when I catch all of the... Oh, perfect time to slip a fish. Right as the ad started. If I was just trying to sell fish, I would go for Pirate's Bane. Boop, 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 boop. Cape West Wind. Maybe it's Titanic Soulfish that I need. I don't know. One of those fish is used for... Oh, I lost a snurblefly. The first step in Of Dragon's Deep, and it is the only sellable big fish for Of Dragon's Deep. Okay, scroll back up to the top. I said I would do big fishing today. Not big fishing, ocean fishing as well, but I've missed both ocean fishing boats. Lost my snurble tuft. I'm not sitting, so I don't know. Oh, I think I got it. Yep. The animation's gone too far for me to not get it. Drowned sniper. That is another 10 minutes off the clock. Another fish caught. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where am I going next? Closes in 2 minutes. Dark Ambusher, East Shroud, South Blossom Pier. That could be a possibility. And it wants moth pupas. It wants moth pupas. East Shroud, Hawthorne Hut. Where am I going? South Bloom Pier. Okay, so that's leading back towards Gridania. Okay. This is Dark Ambusher. Ugh. Guess I should sit down, because the last one I did standing up. And I didn't really know if I was going to catch it or not. Big-Fish-A-Thon. We are 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 big fish in. I am intentionally going for the of Dragon's Deep fish whenever they're up. I've slipped Nepto Dragon 3 times. I've slipped Nami Taro twice. We are on Chaos Cerberus if you are an EU player and you just want to, you know, fish. I'm only half paying attention to actually optimally big fishing. I think being kind of slack about it, because I'm taking 10 minutes off on every big fish I catch. Not being optimal about it, like I'm not going for the always up that I'm guaranteed to catch. I'm not going for... I'm making a lot of content plays, like, of Dragon's Deep fish are prone to slipping a lot. Terrible idea. Gonna waste a lot of time and not catch anything. Dick. What is that, 10 pounders? That is 8 pounders. Okay. I did catch something while you were gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will intentionally find a long window for you, since last time you did a fishing punishment redeem, I went to a really short one. So let's see. That's up in 20 minutes. Namitaro's up in 44. So I'll see if there's like a 30-minute window for no chum after this one closes, because that'll push us right up against Namitaro. I could go for the Olgo, but that's not of Dragon's Deep. That's the fake out fish. Yeah, of Dragon's Deep has some mean things in it. It's got a fake out 3. It has big fish, intuition into big fish, and it has super low catch rate intuition. So it's a good introduction to big fishing. But if you're going for achievements in this game, that was not the right sound effect. Yes, I can, in fact, big fish with my character completely hidden. Crafting gathering. Wrong sound effect. There is a lot of achievement points in big fishing. Go big or go home 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 20-point achievements for big fishing. And then 4, 5. Yeah. I think every Every fishing hole has at least one big fish. Some of them, like Earth's Gift, have 2 because you big fish mooch into a big fish. This window is still open, right? Yeah, 3 minutes. Also, I don't think I've caught any new big fish yet. I am missing a few in A Realm Reborn, but not a lot. It's just some A Realm Reborn fish that is just like, fuck you. I'm not gonna get caught. I have pained that fish. How does that butt up against Namitaro? Oh, that cuts into Namitaro. Okay. That's fine. I would much rather catch Disco Bolos than Namitaro. That would actually be a new big fish for me. Because it just refuses to get caught, and it's not even a low catch rate fish. It's just the game decides if it likes you or if it doesn't. And that is how big fishing works. It is just gambling. The game hates you. The house just decided you can't win. Okay, so we're looking for like a 25-minute window for no chum. There's a 15-minute window in Mordona. And then we'll check what opens up when this one closes. If anything opens up at 3 o'clock, that'll be open until, roughly Disco Bolus? It's Diabolos, but it's a discus. That's what's throwing me off. This is last cast, and we're not going to see Dark Ambusher. I mean, Big Fish loves cinema, but we're not going to see Dark Ambusher. Okay, unpin. Who has the closest to 25 minutes on a window? I mean, Fairy Queen is an hour, but we'll do 25 minutes of Fairy Queen. Put that back. Fairy Queen uses spinnerbait. Okay, so Lower Linosia, Fairy Queen, no chum allowed. Who am I missing? Salt Strand. Not the big fish. I have the big fish. Empty Heart. Where's Empty Heart? Oh, sweet. Empty Heart is right here. It is spinnerbait, correct? Not something with the same icon as spinnerbait. It is spinnerbait. The problem with spinnerbait is it's a crafted bait. So I am best off just catching everything instead of risking having my line break by ignoring a fish. I don't think we can do any of the housing district fish because the weather in the housing district is forced to snow for the snow event. I do not have all the ocean fishing achievements. I kind of fell off ocean fishing pretty quickly. I have a few routes done. I have some of the intuition fish, and I'm just missing random fish on those routes. And I've got... What did crabs do to you? And I think one other what did achievement. Also, getting the score achievement on the Ruby route's fucking impossible. I don't know why my scores on the Ruby route are so low. I think the best I've done on Ruby route is like 8,000 points. Which is wild, because right there I have the Indigo route mount, but I can't find any points on the Ruby route. That was 24 seconds for nothing. And we got a fate spawned on us. But it's not a boss fate, so it didn't play the fate music. So we got that going for us. Yeah, I usually PF score runs on Ruby route. And then the game just decides I don't get any points. But other people in my route will put up like 20,000 points. Oh. And it's a slip. Nice. Well, okay, we saw it. It exists. It's real. It's where I thought it was. Hey, Maiden Carp, how you doing? Oh, dusk goby. Okay. That felt like it was Maiden Carp territory. Oh, 2. This should be a new fish. I don't recall catching any 2s yet. Okay, that was the non-big version of the fish of this fishing hole. Gotcha. Oh, you've just decided to join us now. That's great. I like how little my experience bar moves while big fishing. Yes, even boosted, I'm getting 4,000 experience a catch, as opposed to the 3 levels I picked up yesterday doing collectible turn-ins for the station. Hey, we're not going to stand up again. Oh, hey, we stood up. All it took was not believing. Well, Bobby, your can't use chum did not prevent us from catching that fish and knocking another 10 minutes off the timer. Who's up right now? Really no one. The power of not believing works in Pokemon. Doesn't work in Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's go to Burning Wall. We're not going to get long with this window, but we were here earlier and got nothing. So, let's just get something. We didn't even see him earlier. Roughly there. Spinnerbait, put that away. I need stem borer. Yeah, I found believing makes me way worse in Kaizo Ironmon than not believing. Roll 'em on, look at its moves, look at its stats, think it's gonna go the distance, and then the game just slaps you down. How dare you have hope? We're gonna snooze this. No. This ad is the entirety of this ad lead up to this entirety of this window. So you'll be missing the lead into the next fish. But I don't even know where that's gonna be right now. Every fish window is closing in 3 minutes. Release. Surface slap. Chum. And go. This thing has like a 40-second wait time. So with chum, it's a 30-second wait time. So I don't have hope of catching this thing. Let me get you an official number. What is the lead time on 1,000 year? Minimum 33 seconds, maximum 56 seconds, average 44. We're reducing cast time by 40% with chum. So this is a 20-second fish no matter how you slice it. $20 to 30 seconds. Not 6. Also, the game doesn't tell you anywhere that what chum's reduction time is. I had to go look that up, and Fish Reddit figured it out. Officially, chum just says reduces the amount of time for next fish to bite. I say, hey, we made it to double-digit seconds that time. Oh, 35 seconds left in this window. We are not going to see this fish. Okay, last cast. Nope. Okay, so Discus Bolos is 11 minutes. So we want... Okay. Put that back. Grab top water frog. Go to Falgore Float, and we want Proud Creek. Throw a line out there. Catch the first thing that we see. It could be a new entry in our book. It wasn't. Okay. I don't know if this is a personal call or a work call, but one of my buddies just texted me asking if they can call around 3:30. So, I will just mute my microphone and pause the recording when that call comes in, and then we will just keep fishing over top of it. I think after this window closes, we're gonna go start building angler's art to go for Disco Bolus. And like show a proper attempt at going big fishing with the tools that we have in this game. I don't know why I caught that. Put it back. Oh, here's something I haven't addressed this entire time. Why would you not catch every fish that you see? Aside from if you've surface slapped something, you lose that. So, surface slap reduces the number of options in the pool, and my surface slap went away because I caught the previous fish, so I need to reset that. Speaking of. Bitch. Well, I got the treasure map out of the way. Thank you for the follow. Following does net you 300 channel points that you can put towards a few event-specific commands or just our hello bot, which is currently slightly broken. It plays 2 sound effects instead of 1. I don't know. I will probably fix the hello bot between windows here. Because it should, in theory, just be like 5 clicks. Yeah, why is it playing 2 sound effects? Hey, we got the fish. The fish window is closed. Fish love cinema. Data on Shadow Streak has been added to your guide. That was a new one? Huh. Well then. Let me open up my actual fishing guide. There's a whole bunch of stuff that just went off. Page isn't responding. Wait. You know, we're just gonna close it. Whatever. I'll fix it later. So, first things first. 10 minutes. Off the timer. We caught a big fish. What did you redeem? 3 pounders. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna keep doing standard curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I want to see if I can fix viewer awards, channel points, edit. Okay, so it's not broken here. So it's... I have literally no idea where that sound effect is coming from. It's not in sound alerts. Because in sound alerts... And there is no sound alerts in the channel point page. Yeah, I have literally no clue where that sound effect is coming from. Those aren't supposed to show up on screen. Oh. That's why. Okay. Okay. Well. Put this back. To how it was. Discus Bolo is going to open up right now, but I've been told I have to go do 10 jumping jacks. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First one I realized I was counting in my head and I went, that doesn't work. I cannot be seen. Rearrange my inventory. Open my saddlebag. I need glowworm. Put that back. Grab the glow. It is glowworm, right? It is glowworm. There were squats, and then I helped out on my friend's farm over the weekend, so my lower back is not happy. So, squats were taken off. Curl-ups don't seem to bother me, but squats I cannot do large quantities of. Yeah, my test for each of these was, let's just do 50. They're on a 20-minute cooldown. Let's just do 50. Okay. Back to my old enemy. Okay. This track was remixed into my favorite dungeon theme. Them redoing this for, was it 77 Flames? It shows up a lot in randomizer, and I didn't, you know, it's a music randomizer where I have not weighted any of the songs. It just knows it's a banger. So that, In the Balance and Under the Moonlight show up a lot. Because the game just knows they are bangers. How long is this window? This one is 14 minutes. So after this window, we will run a 3-minute ad. We will snooze this ad to push it back. But after this window, we'll run a 3-minute ad so I can put all of the last 2 hours recordings into a file and start a new file. I'm probably go grab another drink. I've gone most of this 2-hour stretch without a drink. But big fish-wise, I think we were way more productive this stretch than last stretch. I've got my electric kettle full. I just need to rerun it to make another glass of tea. That was amount of some rarity. That was Sea Swallow. Well, that's the enemy it's based off of. Which might be a treasure map mount? I don't remember where it comes from, but I know I don't have it. Well, I got time. Let's check LOL achievements. Where does that mount come from? Oh, we're up to 254 on Cerberus. We've made some good moves. Sabatender Luna, Barrel Tender, Free Tea, Troll, PvP Steeds, Black Pegasus, Mentor Steed, the War Mounts, the Battle Mounts. Oh man, didn't catch Discus Bolos. That's surprisingly common. DR Savage. That's something I eventually need to get around to, is doing DR Savage. I also need to get around to finishing Eureka so I can get Uzma. For fishing, I use Carbuncle Plushie, and then for ocean fishing, I use... Lulu's tools. The Quivers. The Lynxes. I didn't see that mount at all. Hello? Am I blind? Oh, there it is. Eureka Hydratos. And then, of course, if you use Carbuncle Plushie, you use Team Craft, because everything in Carbuncle Plushie is linked to Team Craft. I was like, don't pop now, because I am stretching. 6 minutes on this godforsaken fish. I think 6 minutes is also when discounted subs go live. I think it was 1 p.m. Eastern. I was about to say, of course, when I don't have GP to chum is when I get the discus. Okay, next up in 5 minutes is Namitaro. We're missing out on some of the window, but it's fine. Okay. At least we saw it. It's better to have lost out on this and seen it than it is to have lost out on it and never saw it. They're both still a bad dice roll, but slip feels better mentally than never seeing it. Because then you never saw it. Were you using the right bait? Did you screw it up? At least the slip is, you know, the game screwed it up. Ugh. Ugh. It's 1 o'clock. We have 3 hours left, 1 o'clock. Yeah, I'm gonna go during this upcoming ad break. I am going to put on another pot of tea. We're gonna move our files over. This one will probably be an Earl Grey. The one this morning was an orange chai. I thought about doing English breakfast, but my English breakfast is decaffeinated, and that seemed like a bad idea for today. do. Yeah, we're really gonna cut into our Namitaro window, but I don't think I'm gonna get it, so who cares? Minute left on Disco Bolus. Will we see it again? Will we slip it a second time? I go so many windows never even seeing this fish. This is possibly the last cast. So, YouTube, this is the end of part 2. The rate we are going, it looks like part 3 is going to be the final part. Unless we get some big spenders in chat fighting back against our progress with Big Fish. Don't you dare. Okay, good. Good. I was like, your window's closed. I know I cast you out beforehand, but don't you dare. YouTube, we'll see you on part 3.